Show USA is brought to you by Rockwood, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
There's a party every week on his radio show where RVers always call in. They say, hey there, Wingman, tell me all that you can. We love to hear you on the radio again. The Wingman's back on the radio again.
All right, hi everybody. I am the RV Wingman. This is the recorded version of the live stream of the RV Show USA for this week. Today is Wednesday, September the 9th. Remember, if we call out your name during the live stream and you have signed up to receive our show notifications, well, you're going to win up to $1,000 in cash. Now, to receive our show notifications, it's really easy. Just grab your cell phone. Yep, grab your cell phone and text the word Wingman, just like it sounds, Wingman, to 38470. I know it doesn't sound like a telephone number. Believe me, it works. Text the word Wingman to 38470. Real simple. And that way you are signed up to receive our notifications. I am the RV Wingman, steering you away from trouble and connecting you with the very best folks in the RV industry. People that you can trust. You can trust them to help make you a happy camper. Now, in case you don't know, besides being a lifelong RVing and camping enthusiast, I'm also a campground owner and a broadcaster. I'm also a consumer advocate who stands up. Well, I stand up for doing the right thing. That's what I do, even if it is the difficult thing to do. A lot of times I stand up for the consumer who has had an awful experience maybe with the manufacturer or dealer. Sometimes I will stand with the manufacturer or dealer in a situation. I don't try to take the side of convenience, I guess. I try and take the side of what is the right thing to do, what is a truthful, honorable thing to do. And while I'm not an attorney and I can't do any more than just give you my perspective on whatever the situation is, I do need to warn you, do not ask for my advice unless you really want it. If you're looking for somebody to, I don't know, just agree with you, if that's really what you really want what some people call an accomplice, and I'm not a very good accomplice. So if you want somebody's advice, somebody's honest advice, I will do my very best to give it to you. And if you have an RV horror story or a horror experience you'd like to get my perspective, you can call our 24-hour voicemail, leave a detailed message. We listen to every single voicemail, and we try to respond to as many as possible. In fact, if you'd like to get an example of the kind of a voicemail that we get, here's one that came in recently. Shemaya, you got it ready? Yeah, go ahead and punch go.
My name's Margot. I'm from British Columbia, Canada. We bought a brand new Jayco bus in March of this year. We took it out on one trip and we brought it back with 9 pages of deficiencies. Jayco refuses to replace it or to repay us. They insist on repairing it. It's been sitting in a warranty shop for 4 months now. And I was just advised last week that the parts that took 4 months to get here half of them were the wrong parts, and we're starting over again. I can't get any satisfaction from Jayco or from the outlet that I bought from. All I get is a runaround. They blame everything on COVID, but I still don't have my rig, and I don't know when I'm going to get it. If it takes another 3 months to get the parts, I won't be seeing it before Christmas, and that's my complaint. I wondered if there was anything I could do. My phone number is 2. Thank you.
All right, so when that call came in, I listened to it 2 or 3 more times, and to me it sounds like the woman is certainly rational, very disappointed, and you want to know what I did? I called her. Yeah, I did. I called her. I listened. I asked her a bunch of questions. I continued to listen. I told her that at one time Jayco was probably, one of the top RV manufacturers in the country, and just about everybody knew it. But now that Thor owns them, it's an entirely different animal. I'm not disparaging them, but it is not the same Jayco that it was before Thor bought it. Like I said, it's not good or bad. It's just it's the truth as I see it. Now, the takeaway here is for this woman, or for anybody that's in a situation like this, I believe, is to remember that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. But when you squeak, Squeak in a classy way. Don't yell and get ugly. Document everything. Stay focused. Stay committed. Be calm. Be steady. Don't give up. Like I said, don't give up. Communicate everything in writing. Document and realize that time is not your friend, especially if a warranty is getting ready to run out. So if you have something similar, you'd like to share your story, I promise I'll be glad to listen. You can give us a yell at the phone number. I think the graphics girl is going to put it up on the screen. 1330-WINGMAN. 1330-WINGMAN. So if you're just joining us, this is the live stream for Wednesday, September the 9th, and thank you for being with us wherever you are. What's the weather doing where y'all are, huh? Post it. Let us know what the weather's doing. I'm going to jump over here and look at my wonder map. And, man, we have had some rain in central Texas. I mean, buckets of rain. Look, we got cold weather all over the place. Freeze warnings out west, all up and down the west coast. We've got those awful fires. It is just crazy. But what is the weather doing where you are? I saw that someplace it went from like almost 100 degrees one day to 30-something degrees today with snow. And it's supposed to get down to freezing in places tonight like Cheyenne, Wyoming. I know here in San Antonio, the weather got, it didn't get cold, but it did get plenty wet. And forecasters have predicted cold weather, but we hadn't got any as of so far. It's just not far off is that fall weather, I'm telling you. The grass is green, the wildlife is moving, and the air is just feeling good. Kind of like my favorite time of year to go camping. Not too hot, not too cold. Just pretty nice. So what's the weather doing where y'all are? Let me know. All right, so as a reminder, what we're doing here in the live stream, besides talking with our regulars, we've got RV Nana that's going to be on in a little bit. I have got some good news. Remember the author of this book, The RV Buyer's Handbook? I had him on several weeks ago. He has contacted me, and we've got, I don't know, a dozen of these books that we can give away. And here's the deal. We've got the graphics girl is going to be on here in just a second. But we have the ebook version of this. It's a great little reference book. It's short, small, stows away easily, but it's jam-packed with solid information you can use as a reference if you have a situation that comes up while you're camping or RVing called the RV Buyer's Handbook. We have, when as they say, when they run out, they run out. But we got probably a dozen or so of these that we can send out to y'all. Graphics girl, are you there?
Yes, I am. I am right here. All
right. You want to tell everybody how they can get one? Because it's first come, first serve. It's no contest, no nothing. It's first come, first serve.
Yeah, and it's super easy, really. This is what I want. I want some phone calls. Like, I want you to call and leave me a voicemail. But this isn't to our regular voicemail number. It's going to be a little bit different. The phone number that you're going to see on the screen, I don't know if Shemaiah has it up yet, but it is 210-965-4997. And that is one of my dad's cell phone numbers, the Wingman's cell phone number. So it'll go straight to him. And most of the time you're going to get your phone call going straight to voicemail. But if you do want to get the e-version of this RV Buyer's Handbook for free, just call and leave a voicemail for the Wingman and let us know what you think of the show, just a basic show comment. If you have a special request or a suggestion for someone you want to see on the show or a topic you want to hear about, just call and leave a voicemail, and we might actually play it on the show. What do you think, Wingman? I think I lost the Wingman. Hello, hello?
Now my microphone is on.
Okay.
No wonder you're saying hello, hello. No audio. Operator error. Want to remind everybody that we give away up to $1,000 in cash. We do. That's our way of bribing you to watch the live stream of our show. It starts out if you're receiving our notifications, our text messages, our emails, our messenger alerts, and you're watching the live stream, we start out at $100. We did last week. We announced 10 people. Nobody claimed the prize, so we add $100 to the kitty. So this week we got 2 crisp $100 bills. If we don't have a winner this week, we're going to put another $100 in, all the way up till we get to 1,000, till we find a winner, and somebody's going to have a very, very good gift for them waiting in the post office or at the mailbox. So when are you going to be doing that anyway, Graphics Girl? I guess I lost her.
I completely lost you.
There you are.
Can you hear me?
I got you now.
I don't know what the technical difficulties are tonight on my end with my phone. Jeez Louise.
Part of it was me. So tell everybody, when are you going to be doing this? You've already picked the names, right?
Yeah, we already have the names ready. So honestly, we could do some now if you got the time, Wingman, or we can.
You know what? Y'all want it now? We got a lot of people watching live stream right now. All right, so here's the deal. Before we put up the slate, Shemaya, you got it ready? I don't want to do it yet. If you have not yet signed up for our notifications, it's real easy. All you have to do is grab your cell phone and text the word Wingman, just like it sounds, Wingman, Wingman. And the number you text it to is 38470. And then that way, when the show goes live, you'll get a text message with a link. Click it, and bam, you're watching the live stream. Watch for your name to be called. So if you want to go ahead and let's go ahead and post the first. By the way, if you see your name called, you better pick up the phone quick and be the first caller. And the number's going to be on the slate on the screen. So go for it, Graphics Girl.
All righty. So our winners this week are Ronald Pear, Gwen Moore, Sally March, Jason Bradford, Katie Monk, Justine Marie, Stephen Blair, Mary Sines, Barry Chauvin, and Rhonda Darrow. Again, that's Ronald Pear, Gwen Moore, Sally March, Jason Bradford, Katie Monk, Justine Marie, Stephen Blair, Mary Sines, Barry Chauvin, and Rhonda Darrow.
All right, so you see the phone number right there. Just give us a call, 1330-WINGMAN, and Shemaya will pick up. You gotta be one of those 10 people, and I got $200 for you. So we'll get you back on here in a little bit, Miss Katie. You know what? Hang on just a second. I want to do a big shout-out to our newest station affiliate for our radio show, the RV Show USA, which covers all of eastern Idaho, out of Idaho Falls. It's called News Talk 1079. There are a lot of outdoor and camping and RVing enthusiasts there in Idaho. We are glad to be on board the train there at 1079. We got any shout-outs? What do you want to do here? Shonda says, boo. Cheryl says, oh, come on. John lost. Hey, you know what? We have thousands, and I'm talking thousands and thousands and thousands of people that do get our notifications. And the problem is the challenge is you got to watch the live stream. You want to win the cash. That's the truth. We have many, many thousands that watch the recorded version of the show, but by then it's too late. So we're trying to entice you to watch the live stream of the program. So hang in there, y'all. We pick winners every single week. All you have to do is receive our notifications one time. So, all right. I'm going to move on because I don't think the Miss Katie's there. You there, honey?
I'm here. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my dog from crying. He had surgery today, and he is not a happy camper. All
right. Well, you know what? Why don't you go play Mama for a few minutes, practice on Chief, and we'll bring you back on, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. Listen, Roger Hurricane Wilson, my good buddy, is going to be here in just a little bit playing his new song. A couple of weeks ago, we played the solo version of it. It wasn't the finished studio version, but we've got that now. It's a great song. It's called Congratulations, You Own an RV. By the way, if you plan on being in Texas the weekend of Columbus Day weekend, October the 9th, 10th, and 11th, how'd you like to join me and my buddy Roger Hurricane Wilson for a private concert at Big Chief RV Resort? Yeah, well, you can do it. Yes, you can. You can reserve your site or your cabin through the Big Chief website, or we're going to try to pick somebody who has an RV, and you can bring a group of up to 6 people, and we're going to give you a spot for free. Yes, we are. But you got to hang on for a little bit longer, and we'll tell you how you can win it. Again, that is Columbus Day weekend, October 9th, 10th, and 11th, to join me and my friend Roger Hurricane Wilson at Big Chief RV Resort in Texas. First, though, I want to talk with you about something really serious, and that is about the importance of buying your RV from the right dealer. It's so critically important that you understand being a happy camper is a whole lot more than being treated good during the buying process. Every dealer is nice when you buy from them. They are. But all too often, that same dealer, the one that you thought was your friend, has a case of amnesia, when you have an issue later on. Well, that's not going to happen when you buy from a great dealer, and a great dealer that I never tire of talking about is RV Station. Every week you hear me singing their praises. Yes, I do. I love them. So do RVers all over. They've got 8 locations in Texas. RV Station sells nothing but the best RVs on the road today. They got all the best brands, have a staff of the smartest, most professional folks in the business. RV Station not only makes the buying experience fantastic, but the owning experience as well. They're known far and wide for providing a 5-star experience for every single customer. And nobody will work harder than RV Station will to make you happy today and keep you happy for many, many years. RV Station's customers rave about saving a ton of money on a new RV with them, and they're nearly impossible to beat service department. When you buy an RV at RV Station, no sale is complete until, get this, they take you back into the back and introduce you to the service manager. You ask any seasoned RVer, they're going to tell you how important knowing the service manager really is. Am I right? Or am I right? Cannon Combs, he's the owner. He recognizes that the backbone of any great RV dealership is in the service department. It's where most RV dealers, dare I say, drop the ball. It's where a lot of problems develop. At RV Station, they want you happy. And by the way, not everything is always perfect at RV Station. That would be a lie. But the good thing is that even if there is news about your RV repair that is not so good, they'll tell you the truth. Right up front, they'll tell you the honest truth. Honest pricing, great pricing, world-class service, some of the nicest folks you will ever meet. You will find it all at 8 RV Station locations, and they'll give you top dollar right now on a used RV as a trade-in. If you're wanting to get a new RV, here's an idea for you. You have one to sell. Go to RV Station. You'll hammer out a deal on an RV that you're looking at, a brand new one. Put the deposit down on that RV of your dreams, built the way you want it built, but trade in your RV right now. If you're not going to use it till the winter months are over, trade it in right now, and when it's worth a ton, and put the money down on the RV of your dreams. I think it's a good idea. Nobody will treat you any better. Nobody. Check them out at rvstation.com. Again, that's rvstation.com. Let them know the RV Wingman sent you.
Watching out for you, just like he's supposed to. And that's why he's called the Wingman. The Wingman's back on the radio.
All right, do we have any first-timers watching the live stream right now? If so, let us know who you are so we can give you a big old shout-out. We hope that you will join us again. We do the live stream here every Wednesday evening starting at 7 p.m. Central Time. We do the show from here at the Salem Radio Station Studios in San Antonio, Texas, right across the street from the rainy San Antonio International Airport. Again, if you are a first-timer here in the show to watch the live stream, let us know. Post in the comments. As our regular listeners know, the subject of RV education is a big one for me. I'm a firm believer that the happiest campers are always the smartest RVers. Unfortunately, way too many RVers, especially those that are brand new to RVing, decide that they'll figure out things as they go along. And they do. Unfortunately, all too often, that doesn't work out so well. The more you can know about RVing, about your RV, before you own it, including your responsibilities as an RV owner and the manufacturer's responsibilities in terms of warranty claims, the better off you are going to be in the event that you do have a warranty issue. Up now is a short clip from an interview I did recently with the head of the warranty department at Flagstaff Rockwood with some really great information. Roger, I know there are some people, and rightly so, who feel like getting repairs made, including warranty repairs, can become sort of a blame game, if you will, where the manufacturer blames the dealer blames the manufacturer, and it can be a very frustrating thing for the owner. We've talked a little bit about that in the past in case folks missed it. Can you address that topic about the blame game?
Sure. It's a sad situation to get to. When they're not working as a partnership with our dealers, with our customers, and it's just a finger pointing session, and everybody is looking to somebody else to do something and whatnot. it's sad because, at the end of the day, everybody loses. The manufacturer loses. They don't look good to their customer. Dealer loses. They don't look good to their customer. Retail customer loses because they're not happy with the product they purchased.
Right. And so everybody loses. Well, as an example of that, I get voicemails and emails quite often. I got one this week from a gentleman who is having this exact kind of an issue, and it's not with your brand, but I thought we would, if that's okay. Shemai, have you still got the phone call? I'd like to play this and get your take on it. Do you mind?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, go ahead.
Hi, this is Richard from Becker, Minnesota. I purchased a new 2019 Freedom Elite motorhome, a 22.5 foot from Camping World in Monticello. Had oodles of trouble since I bought it last August. I've had it in the shop 9 times. They've had it totally. I just got it back yesterday. They had it 3.5 months this time. I've been fighting with them back and forth about giving me an extended warranty because my warranty is up next week. And like I say, I've only put 600 miles on the RV. They'll do nothing. I turned it in to Attorney General. I just heard from this gal, Mel, today from Camping World, said that there's nothing they can do for me. I'd have to go back to the manufacturer. I've talked to several people at the manufacturer. They say it's Camping World. The higher up at Camping World says it's Thor, back and forth. And in the end, I spent $62,000 on this motorhome, and I've used it for 600 miles. I took one trip on it, and it's been in the shop back and forth. I think this was the 9th time I've had it in their shop. And they had to replace the whole back panel on the outside of the RV. They had to do a bunch of caulking. I had a water issue, water running out the front of the bunk area out in the outside. My concern is I'm worried about rotting in the future, black mold and whatnot. We told them we would like our money back on it, and of course they refused to do that. So I'm just kind of at a loss for right now what I should do, and I really appreciate a call back. I watch a lot of your programs on YouTube, and of course every time I watch them about Camping World I get more frustrated, but I appreciate what you do, and I appreciate a phone or some kind of a call back. Thank you very much.
Now, Roger, before you respond to that, I want to tell you, I did call Richard up and spoke with him, and he's a super nice guy. Very, very reasonable sounding to me. And while I'm not an expert in warranty claims, it just sounds like to me that he's got some serious issues. What does he do? He's at the end of his warranty, and what does somebody like that do?
Yeah, that's like we just talked about. I mean, that's a sad situation to be at. He's being told by his dealership, can't do anything for you. Told by the manufacturer, can't do anything for you. But I mean, they've got to be able to do something. Whether it be us, whether it be the dealership. Yeah, the partnership is definitely broken down at that point because that's where ideally the manufacturer works with the dealership. Hey, here's what the customer is asking for. What makes sense to do for them? What can we do for it? And, something like that, he said, extend the warranty, it sounds like that would make sense in this situation because if you don't have use of the RV for 9 months of the 1 year warranty, that's 3/4 of the time. And, it's hard to tell them what to do at this point because, other than trying to keep escalating it within the company of both the manufacturer and the dealership, hopefully at some point there's somebody who gets a hold of the information situation that, cares enough to find out what can be done instead of telling the customer what can't be done.
I mean, you know what? While nobody is perfect, I will tell you that when you buy the RV from the right manufacturer and the right dealer, you will most likely not have an issue like this gentleman did with the coach that he bought. Isn't that terrible? That's just sad. I'm so proud that the people at Flagstaff Rockwood realize the importance of good customer relations and that they'll even consider bending the rules from time to time to prevent a situation from escalating. You can catch that entire segment on our YouTube channel or on any of a dozen different Facebook groups that we've got on camping and RVing. The easiest way to find those groups is to go to our website, at thervshowusa.com. Click on the upper right-hand corner. There's a little button that says Start Here. That's a good place to start. Again, I want to thank the folks at Flagstaff Rockwood for their willingness to even talk about some of the issues that RVers go through like this. I think I can speak on behalf of a lot of RVers that we appreciate you guys a lot. Let's do some shout-outs. Michael Tillman, NASCAR Mike, how you doing? Hopefully you're feeling well. We got a lot of people watching right now. Jackie, how you doing? The camper I want is a Jayco. Are you confused? Okay, I don't blame you there. Stephen and Tina. How are you, Tina? It's nice to see you all the time just about here in the live stream. I guess we have some kind of an issue over at YouTube. Snowing! Are you kidding me, Kayleen? Where are you? I can't scroll back and see everybody. We got Nancy and Harry. We got our friends at PPL, John Calhoun. Yep, John Calhoun. We do this every single Wednesday, except the ones that we don't. No, we do it every Wednesday. It's Dunkin' Donuts tonight, folks. And by the way, a lot of people are asking about my shirt. I got a couple of text messages. What? Tell me about that shirt. Yes, I have to write a check for them just like you will. But I tell you, I love the company that makes these. They're made in the USA. They're called High Seas, H-I-G-H, High Seas Trading Company. They do not sell them on Amazon. They're not the cheapest shirts around. They're not super expensive, but I love them. They got all different kinds of patterns, and if you watch this show very much, you know that these are the kind of shirts that turn my crank. I like them a lot. High Seas Trading Company. You can check them out. I don't even know what their website is. I got it stored on my computer. You know what? Hang on. I'll tell you exactly what it is. HighSeasTradingCO.com. HighSeasTradingCO.com. All right, so what is the weather like today where y'all are? What's it like today compared to Monday on Labor Day? I'll tell you this, in Texas at Big Chief RV Resort, it was 90 degrees on Monday. Beautiful, glorious, bright, sunny, beautiful, like I said. Today it's a little bit cooler up there, a whole lot darker, and we've had some thunderstorms, some real boomers, a lot of rain. The National Weather Forecast, I looked at a little bit ago, and it's cold. I mean, it's cold all over. It's cold up in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Looks like it's going to get down to freezing tonight. Can you imagine that? Man. All right, you know what? Speaking of Cheyenne, I want to tell you about them. Some things I think are important to know about Cheyenne Camping Center. They're one of the largest volume independent family-owned RV dealerships in the nation. They've been in business for more than 50 years. Same family, 50 years. In those 50 years, they have never sold a single lemon RV. Not a one. Think about that for a second. We see and hear on social media all the time about lemon RVs, don't we? We hear about how horrible RV dealers can be, dealers who are terrible at handling any kind of customer service issue. You don't ever hear that about Cheyenne Camping Center. You don't. Day in and day out, Cheyenne's way of doing business is just, I don't know, it's just so impressive. I mean, they're one of the nation's largest independent RV dealerships, and that means they're able to sell the very best RVs on the road at deeply, deeply discounted prices, thousands less than even some of the big chains can sell them for. When you compare the out-the-door price on a brand new RV from any other dealer, Cheyenne will beat them hands down day in and day out, year after year. Now, Cheyenne does not sell motorhomes. They don't do it, but they do sell top brands. The top brands are the best travel trailers, toy haulers, fifth wheels you will ever find at incredibly low discount prices. No matter where you live, it is absolutely worth your time to contact Cheyenne when you're in the market for a new RV. Folks drive to Cheyenne to pick up their new RV from as far away as Georgia and California, Arizona, and they are never disappointed. Low prices, honest people who will never steer you wrong. A 50-year reputation of perfection in customer service and satisfaction. You're going to love doing business with Cheyenne, whether you're, I don't know, in the pull the trigger phase of buying that new RV, or you're just curious as to what is available and what folks are saying about Cheyenne. They really are the real deal. I promise you. They're the real deal for those looking for a really, really great RV dealer. They're 100% Wingman approved, and you know I will never steer you wrong. Their name's on the big red banner behind me. Write it down. Check them out online at CheyenneCampingCenter.com. Again, CheyenneCampingCenter.com.
Roger Hurricane Wilson here, and you're watching the live stream of the RV Show USA with my good buddy Alan Warren. It's going to help you keep it between the lines.
All right, that's my buddy Roger Hurricane Wilson, who's going to be with us here in just a few minutes in the live stream. And for those who will be in Texas over the Columbus Day weekend, if you'd like to join Roger and me for his private concert at Big Chief, we're going to be giving away an RV site tonight to somebody who's watching the live stream. Just stick around to find out how you can win. I can't hear anything. Have I lost the I just got a text that says the graphics girl wants to talk. I guess she's not. All right. Maybe she is. Maybe she's not.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm right here.
All right. So what you got, kiddo?
All right, well, I do want to jump in for a second because I want to remind everybody that tonight's cash prize is up to $200. I don't know if you've already said that, Wingman, because, you know,
I have, but I'm going to hold up the $200 bills to prove that we got it.
But we're going to be trying to give it away this week, and that's going to be 10 minutes or less. What do you say?
Probably about 10 or 12 minutes we'll be doing that.
Sounds good.
We'll catch you then. We'll announce those winners once again. We announced them several minutes ago. Evidently, they're not watching the live stream. You've got to watch the live stream. When we call your name, be the first caller, and you're going to win it.
I'm wondering if everybody's just working together to see if they can get the $1,000 cash prize.
I don't think so. I think if somebody could grab $200, they'd be doing it. So we'll catch you in a few minutes, honey.
Sounds good.
All right. Right now, let's bring up our friend from PPL Motorhomes over in Houston, the nation's largest consignment RV dealer. It's President Diana LeBlanc-Link. So how was Labor Day weekend at PPL?
Oh, my gosh, we were so busy, and it was so much fun. I love talking to everybody. It's always a new thing.
What kind of a start has it been to September? I mean, compared to last year, we're a little bit more than a week into September. And what's it look like with kids going back to school and fewer people? Are there fewer people in the store?
Today is where we are. Actually, the last 2 days, we saw fewer people. I'm in the Houston area, and Houston started back to school. They started back face-to-face, part of it. And, this year there's so much uncertainty on how the kids are going to do things. I feel sorry for the parents and the kids and the teachers. It's just a hard thing to figure out. We've had a lot of interested buyers. We're seeing still a lot of Louisiana people, and they're so much fun. But people are getting ready for fall camping.
You can feel it's in the air, can't you, Diana? I mean, it's here.
Oh, I can. And this little bit of rain you were just talking about, that little bit of a cool front that came through. The cool front means that it only hit 92 today in Houston, 98. But we got a little rain, and my plants are going, thank you, please, thank you.
You just mentioned Louisiana. When I was looking at the national weather map, there's a heat advisory in parts of Louisiana, and the worst part, right where that hurricane hit, Hurricane Laura went in.
Oh, I know. I feel so sorry for all of them down there. I had a customer the other day who told me it could be 3 months before they have electricity, that it looks like all of the poles, everything were just plowed over. Looks like a war zone.
Oh, my goodness. And they are coming to PPL to buy a good used RV during the rebuilding process. Now, I've got a note here that says you've got some items to talk about to show us, and Shemaiah's even got something in his computer, he says.
Oh, my gosh. These are not items that I really sell a lot of in the store. I've been thinking about these first-time RVers who get out to Big Chief or any of the parks, and they really don't know about some of the things they need to take with them. First of all, Alan, there's 3 things every camper needs. Can y'all all see these? These are zip ties. You'd be surprised what you can put together with a zip tie. It is amazing. The other thing, if you can't put it together with a zip tie, you need a roll of duct tape. Those 2 things right there. And if those 2 don't work, you better have your bungee cord with you. You got it.
Yeah, between those 3 things, you can fix just about anything, at least enough to get you back to town. I
have fixed many a thing with those 3 things. So right there, yeah.
Yeah. So what else do you have? Shemaiah said he brought in a video of some levelers and.
Oh my gosh, they're Lynx levelers. We sell them at PPL. They are the neatest things because I call them adult Legos. Can you guys see me here? This is what they're like. You can take these apart. I can drop them all over the floor right now probably. But they come in a handy little case, all packaged up like this. Of course, if you buy them from us, they're branded just like this. Can't imagine why that's like that. But when you're driving in, there is not a level campsite, I don't think, anywhere in the country. And you're going to realize that, oh, my gosh, that front right tire is just a little bit off. You can put one of these down and drive right up on it. You can put two of them down. I don't recommend doing 6 or 8, but if you don't do that, you can put them underneath you can flip them upside down, or this way, you can put them underneath the legs of your, with your level. I mean, it's awesome. There's so many things you can do, and you've only just begun. And if the kids get bored, they can stack them and have fun.
They're inexpensive. They will last just about forever. They're easy to store, easy to keep clean, and they will come in very handy when you pull into your RV site. And if it's cattywampus, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. Cattywampus is one of my favorite words to use. That's it. And I've been into many an RV site that was cattywampus. So.
Well, you got some other things to talk about, too, some inexpensive little things that can make our camping experience even better. Tell us about them.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed is that people don't realize the importance of having the patio mat. And I've camped at Big Chief. I love your site, but in the middle of the summertime when it's hot, you know what it's like out there. You're going to have some dust. You're going to have a few little grass burrs that are going to come into your trailer because that's part of Texas. That's part of the fun of camping in Texas. But if you have one of the patio mats, you'd be surprised what all they pick up off your feet that doesn't get into the camper. And they're so easy to just pick up and just shake or sweep them off. It gives you extra living space. I like about a 6x9. If it gets too big, you got to roll that sucker up and put it in the RV. So it takes a little bit to do that. But I like the smaller size, but it's enough to help me keep it clean.
Yeah, it does help a lot of dirt stay outside instead of tracking it inside. And I don't know. I think that's a good idea just about wherever you RV. And you've got some things, some ideas about outdoor lighting, I see.
I do. Before we leave the patio mat, I want to tell you something, and I don't know about your campground, but I was told, a lot of people will try to anchor their mat with the long nails, and a lot of the campgrounds don't want you to do that, and it makes perfectly good sense because there's a pipe that's running right under there maybe, and you don't want to give it a sprinkler system all the time. So keep that in mind when you're trying to be creative about anchoring it with a 6-inch or 8-inch nail driven into the ground.
That's a good idea. Now real quickly, and we're going to sort of start to wrap this up, I understand that many parts are on back order, but that the manufacturers and the suppliers are doing a pretty good job of trying to play catch up.
They are doing the best they can. I have heard so many tales, and I've talked to so many people. The demand has been out there, and sometimes it's a matter of you create this one item and you're missing one little widget that widget isn't available, and it causes a big problem. I had a dealer tell me recently about a manufacturer in Indiana that had almost 250 units sitting there all waiting for a different part.
Wow.
Everything couldn't go out because of that. Now, they're trying their hardest. We all are. And so be patient. That overnight delivery, maybe overweek delivery instead of overnight.
Yeah, you never know, and you just got to be a little bit patient. And I really think that I try to look for the silver lining in something, try to be optimistic, and I think that this whole COVID thing is as bad as it's been, and it's horrible. There's no doubt about it. But I think it's taught us that there are some things that are just out of our control, and we got to, as they say, suck it up, buttercup, have faith, and just keep going.
I like that. Suck it up, buttercup. That's it. And that's what's happened. People have gotten together. Now, none of us like wearing a mask, but we're doing it because if that's what it takes to get rid of this COVID, that's what we're all going to do. But we're all going to just learn, and we're having fun. We're still having a good time. I'm having a fun run walk, or actually a virtual walk here Friday night for It's a group called Hope for Three for Alzheimer's. Oh, I didn't say that. Autism. Sorry about that.
Oh,
See,
okay.
that's what happens. But autism awareness. So, I mean, people are getting together, but they're doing it different than they did before. That's it.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're going to let you scoot. Next week, I want to ask you and revisit the whole topic of Tuesday tips, because I think we're getting ready to open up, and I have a feeling that PPL is going to open up Tuesday tips pretty soon. So can we do that?
Oh, definitely. And we'll talk about the patio lights that we missed tonight.
Awesome. All right, Diana, thank you so much, and keep your umbrella handy. It looks like you're going to get some more rain over there.
All righty. And you guys have a great week. Thanks for having me on.
All right, so long. Anybody who has been shopping for RV accessories realizes how important being proactive is. And like I said, with the supplies of many of the RVing products being very low or in some cases not available at all, ordering products now, that's a good idea. Even if the items are on back order, at least you're in the pipeline. My advice is to shop at PPL first, last, and always when it comes to any kind of RV part or accessory. They are fast. They're almost always the least expensive. And if you have a question, well, they have actual human beings who are real RVers who will help you. Yes, they do. PPL's entire parts and accessories catalog is available online. So shopping for RV parts is super easy. And when you're there on the PPL Motorhomes website, take a few minutes and look at those beautiful RVs they have for sale. You're going to find hundreds of them, from little bitty ones to bumper pulls and fifth wheels and toy haulers, even those great big old beautiful coaches, those Class A motorhomes and diesel pushers. PPL is actually where thousands of RVers take their RV when they want to sell it for cash in record time. If you want to sell your RV, nobody's going to do it faster, get you more cash for your rig than PPL will. You come up with the price that you're willing to accept, not PPL. You come up with a price. PPL will get that price for you, or you pay them nothing. Not a thing. PPL advertises for you. They qualify the buyers and separates out all those tire kickers from the actual cash buyers. They do all the paperwork. And I will tell you this, if you let PPL sell your RV, you're going to be thrilled at how quickly they'll turn your RV into cash, top dollar too. But you'll also find that you have made what will become a lifelong friend for as long as you own your RV. PPL is the largest consignment RV dealer in the nation. They have 3 great locations in Texas, and folks literally bring their travel trailer, fifth wheel, toy hauler, motorhome, you name it, every one of them, from the lower 48, every state in the lower 48, all the way to Texas, because they know that PPL can sell their RV for more money, faster, with less hassle than anybody else. If you're thinking of selling your RV, do yourself a favor, contact PPL. Just talk with them. Tell them about your RV. Y'all visit. They're experts. They know the market better than most anybody else, and they'll give you honest information, what you can reasonably expect to receive from a buyer. Check them out. You'll be very glad you did. PPL Motorhomes is our founding sponsor of the show and the largest consignment RV dealer in the nation. Their website, hey, pplmotorhomes.com. That's pplmotorhomes.com.
Watching out for you, just like he's supposed to. And that's why he's called the Wingman. The Wingman's back on the radio.
All right, we are back. And before we bring up our special guest, I want to thank each and every person who is watching the live stream. We appreciate y'all. And a huge shout out to the thousands and thousands of people who are going to catch the recorded version of our show. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Shemaya, do we have the graphics girl on the line?
You do.
All right. Well, come on, kid. We got people. We got times a wasting. Let's go.
After I announce these names, I got a question for the people watching the show. But this week's names are Ronald Pear, Gwen Moore, Sally March, Jason Bradford, Katie Monk, Justine Marie, Stephen Blair, Mary Symes, Barry Chauvin, and Rhonda Darrow. So again, that is Ronald Pear, Gwen Moore, Sally March, Jason Bradford, Katie Monk, Justine Marie, Stephen Blair, Mary Symes, Barry Chauvin, and Rhonda Darrow.
All right, so here's the deal. If that is you, you need to pick up the phone, be the first caller to 1330 Wingman. Shemaya is standing by.
Right there on the screen.
We got $200 in cash money we're able to send you, but you got to claim your prize during the live stream. If you are not yet registered to receive our notifications, it's easy to do. I want you to pick up your cell phone now. Text the word Wingman just like it sounds, Wingman, one word, to 38470. Wingman to 38470. All right, we're going to do a couple of real quick shout-outs. And, Ms. Kay, you want to do some shout-outs? And
I do, but I have a question for people. So I don't know how many people are going to be trick-or-treating this year, but for those of you guys that are going RVing around Halloween, are y'all planning on decorating that RV? And if so, send us pictures of what you're going to use. I love seeing all the decorated RVs and units with everything coming up in holidays. So send us some pictures. If you're in any of our state group pages, post the pictures there too. We'd love to see them.
all right, I know what you're going to go as. You're going to go as a brand new mama.
I'm dressing up as a mom.
You're going to come out. You're going to show off as a mama. Miss Katie, my baby, is she's how many weeks?
I am 32 weeks, 33 on Saturday.
All right, and the due date, everybody, is Halloween. So
that was so crazy hearing the doctor say Halloween. I'm like, what in the world? Of course.
And the funny thing,
April Fool.
the funny thing is, guess what her birthday is? April Fool's Day. So that is kind of crazy. All right, we're going to let you scoot, baby.
All right, sounds good.
All right, listen, if you are just joining us, my next guest is a good friend of this show, and he's one of the nicest RVers that you are ever going to meet. He's also an incredible musician, songwriter, performer. He is the voice of the RV Show USA radio show and will be performing at a private concert at our campground in Texas at Big Chief over Columbus Day weekend. Roger Hurricane Wilson, welcome back to the show.
Glad to be back with you, buddy.
How are things over there in Georgia? Is it cooling off any, or is it still kind of warm?
Yeah, the evenings have been wonderful. Been nice and cool. Right now it's 76 degrees, and I've been sleeping with the upstairs door open, which is just lets the cool air in. And then during the day, it's been in the 80s. I'm supposed to go back really hot this weekend, but yeah, it's not bad right now.
Yeah, well, fall weather's right around the corner. Now, for you folks who are listening to the live stream, we're going to do something fun. If you would like to attend our upcoming private concert at Big Chief in Texas, we're going to be giving away a free RV site. If you'd like to bring a small group with you over Columbus Day weekend, we're going to give away one RV site and one group pass to the concert every week over the next 2 or 3 weeks. If you'd like to attend and you'll be in Texas over Columbus Day weekend, October 9th through the 11th, call and leave a voicemail of why you think you deserve to win. Be creative. Leave your voicemail at 210-965-4997. Again, 210-965-4997. And let us know why you think you deserve to win the ticket. So it looks like you have been one busy musician lately there in your house, and you hadn't even left your home studio, Roger.
Well, no, there's more going on. I've really been pushing the YouTube channel big time. I'm putting out premiering like 3 videos a week, usually on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm trying to put videos together on the YouTube channel, which is Roger Wilson Guitar on YouTube. But then also just trying to write songs and put tracks together. And if something, if a thought crosses the mind, I just kind of maybe write it down and run with it. We'll see.
You must be on fire. I mean, in terms of writing songs, your creativity is just ginning because you've been writing all these great songs. But before we play this song, because it's beautiful, I love it, it's funny, and it'll get stuck in your head, folks. But you're an actual RVer. Let folks know a little bit about you, Roger, so they can relate, because I know you've RV'd more than most of us ever will.
Well, I started RVing in 1998. My wife, Jolie, got me into a Winnebago Braves 31-foot. Like I was telling you a few weeks ago, or whenever I was on, I started from the other end. Like most folks start out on a tent and a little pop-up, and then they move up to a big Class A. I went from a Class A and back down to a couple of pull-behinds and started playing RV parks across the country. I played probably about 50,000 trails parks. And in between the regular gigs with my band and solo gigs, it really just kind of worked out. It was a whole different audience than I would normally be playing, because I was playing bars and joints and festivals and everything for years. And this was a whole different niche of people that I was able to get in front of, and on a more intimate basis, because I was able to go to the parks and hang for a couple of days and, maybe write or goof. I'm big about goofing off. So that helped out too a lot.
Well, and I know that a lot of your RVing experiences must have gone into you writing your new song. Do the setup, and then we're going to play the entire song, folks. You're going to just love this and stick with us because we're going to tell you a little bit more afterwards. But give us the backstory to this song and set it up for us, please.
Well, basically everything in there that I talk about has happened to me. I mean, I was, and like in the other RV song, for instance, I was driving down the road and I looked in the mirror and my air conditioner cover was going back down the highway. The muffler fell out one time out way in the middle of Texas, out there near Nacogdoches, Texas, about 10 years ago or so, even longer than that. And then a guy came out and put the Class A on a flatbed and then drove it back to the shop, and I had to tail him. I was in a pickup truck that was towing. And for instance, I told him, I said, I'd never seen my motorhome go that fast because he was going about 90 miles an hour and I couldn't keep up with him to take it back to the shop. And just adventures, things like that happen. And I'm pretty well prepared with the tie wraps and the duct tape and the bungee straps. I'm all there, So,
So the name of this new song you wrote, and tell us about the name of the song, and then Shemaya's going to play it.
Well, it's called Congratulations. Now you own an RV. And I remember the one verse in there about taking out the gas pump. I did that. And then when I got back to the insurance agent and the dealer, after I hit the gas pump and took it out with the back of the RV, they said, well, welcome to the club. So that's one of the lines I ran. This is all my stuff that I ran in there. I don't write that many songs. I mean, a guy like Neil Young writes like 3 songs a day. I write one, a couple of times a month if I can.
Well, you've done really good, and this is a good one. Folks, if you're an RVer, listen to this song from Giddy Up to Woe. Roger's going to stay with us, but this is Roger Hurricane Wilson, and congratulations, you own an RV.
Riding down the road in your beautiful RV. There's a big world out there with so much to see. Cruising along, everything's peaches and cream. Life is wonderful 'cause you're living the dream. But all of a sudden, you hear something blow. Now you're just sitting on the side of the road. I'm sure this is something that you didn't foresee. Congratulations, now you own an RV. To a truck stop to get gas and a snack. You're having a good time with the wind at your back. It's getting late, so now you'll spend the night. Draw the drapes, watch TV, everything's alright. You pulled out the next day and hear a loud crunch. You turned too soon and took out a gas pump. I know this is a headache that you did not need. Congratulations, you own an RV. Wake up, little Susie, we gotta go home. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Wasn't so high, but you had lots of fun. You fell asleep like goose that could not wake and they still shine. So keep making memories with family and friends, and hope that the good times never will end. With more great adventures under the sun, you'll look back and say it was a good run. You can look forward to another great day, but just remember that it might not always go your way. One thing's for sure, whatever will be, will be. Congratulations, you own an RV. One thing's for sure, whatever will be, will be. Congratulations, you own an RV.
That's Roger Hurricane Wilson, folks. And Roger, when you told me, I think it was, I don't know, 10:30 at night in San Antonio. So it was all approaching midnight there in Georgia. And you called me up and you said, I got a new song. And I said, tell me about it. No, I can't tell you about it. I got a new song and you're going to like it. I love it. I just think it's so catchy.
Well, I appreciate that. I had fun writing it, and I was digging back into the memory banks, even when I kind of, I was trying to keep the mood light. I didn't want to make it like, too dark. I mean, I wanted to start out nice, but, let people know that, you got to think about stuff. And that's kind of the way I ran with it.
How can people download that great little tune?
There's a link that just went up today on my website at hurricanewilson.com. You go to hurricanewilson.com, and there's a tab for buy music, and the little drop-down thing comes out. There's buy CD singles. It's all in there, so it's really easy to find. hurricanewilson.com.
All right, Hurricane
and then
Wilson.
Just click on the buy music tab.
Are you going to be able to play that when you come to Big Chief next month?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I've got to go through a couple of other songs that I recorded. What I need to do is mix down the tracks without vocals, because I'm not going to be able to bring the whole thing in there. It's not going to sound like that unless I play with a track and then play part of it. But even if I play it acoustically, I'll do the song one way or another.
What surprises me, I mean, besides your writing skills and all that, it's a catchy tune. But you produced the whole thing. Every instrument, every sound, every single thing was Roger Hurricane Wilson. I think that is impressive. But I'm just saying, you are too humble of a man. I think you are really, really talented.
Well, I mean, I've been playing all these guitars that are behind me there. I mean, all the guitar parts are all me, and then everything else, I'm playing all the parts off of my guitar by way of MIDI, and it's crazy, but and there's stuff that's airing all over the world on radio stations, and you really can't tell the difference. So it's a lot of fun, and that's my secret. Don't tell anybody, but it's just kind of how I do things lately, and that's how a lot of musicians are doing things. And the stuff you're hearing out there, it's coming out of the studio, and the technology is growing every single day. And I'm even behind on a couple of update. I'm afraid to update some of this gear because I'm afraid I'm going to lose something. So I just kind of stay back in the older stuff. And when I say older stuff, we're talking about just a few years old, because it's changing and evolving every day. It's unbelievable.
I'll tell you, you've been playing music for decades, for most of your life, and it's obvious that you love it. It's a labor of love. You enjoy it, and that makes me happy to see somebody that's doing it because they want to do it, not because they have to do it.
Well, I started taking guitar lessons as a kid at 9 years old, and I took about 4 years of guitar lessons as a kid. I had a stack of books knee high. I could read. I won little trophies and stuff and these little things. But man, I went away to school. I was from Jersey originally. My mom was from Atlanta, and then I went away to school, and then I started hanging out, listening to bands, and I walked into an Allman Brothers concert one night and stood about 8 feet from Dwayne Allman, and here I am. I was ruined for life after I left the building that night. So it was just a whole different thing, and I just loved music, and it came kind of natural to me. I'm by no means a prodigy. There's guys out there that'll, they can blow me out of the water, my singing is something that came a little later. I just had to do that out of frustration, and I think I've gotten better at it. But it's just a matter of trying to put music out there that people care about. And I think if you're for real and you just try to be yourself, I can't be anything I'm not. So that, there's that.
Last year when you came to Big Chief, I got to tell you, people were like, who is this dude? Who's this guy? And I said, just come and listen. 100% of them at the end, they're like, holy cow, that guy's good. And it was fun. It was small and intimate. And I am so honored that we are the only venue that you are playing in 2020.
Well, yeah, but I'll tell you, it's not, like I said, I think I've gotten more accomplished by not being on the road. And I mean, I've done my million miles. I mean, I've played. I'm wearing a T-shirt here of a blues festival I played in Ireland 20 years ago. I've done the million miles, and I've done a lot of the hotels and a lot of the stuff. And there's guys out there that are still doing it. Hopefully, they are. And then that have done it longer than I have, but it's just you have to develop those road chops. The road chops are something that a musician really has to have before you can really do anything. You can play locally for a long time and playing, like classic rock bands, and it's fun. I mean, playing music is fun. It doesn't matter where you play it. You can play it. The blues started off, in Mississippi, sitting on the porch, and so music is music, and people love music, and all you got to do is play music you love, and that's what I've always tried to do.
Yeah, it's music that RVers love, that's for sure. Listen, we're going to let you go. We're going to get you back on before the concert, and we're going to try to give away some group tickets for people to join us, all right? We'll check in with you soon, all right, Roger?
That sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, you know what? Once again, if you'd like to attend Roger's private concert at Big Chief RV Resort in Texas, it's going to be over Columbus Day weekend in October. That's October the 9th, 10th, and 11th. You can grab one of the remaining open RV sites or cabins by contacting Big Chief, or you can try and win a site and bring your group of up to 6 people. All you have to do is call our 24-hour voicemail. Tell us why you'd like to win the tickets to join the concert. Maybe tell us who you want to bring, why attending would be important to you or to them and your group. But I'm going to give you our regular voicemail number on this. It's 1-330-WINGMAN. If you call now, you can leave a message of up to 3 minutes long, and then that way we will be able to pick a winner a week between now and Columbus Day weekend. But make sure that you are going to be in Texas to join. I don't want to give away a RV site and a group ticket to somebody that's in Connecticut and can't come down. By the way, if you are a paying guest that's going to be staying with us that weekend, there's no extra charge to attend the concert. It's going to be open to any and all of our guests at Big Chief. But one final time, if you'd like to win the tickets to attend Roger Hurricane Wilson's private concert at Big Chief, leave your voicemail message at 1-330-WINGMAN. Tell us why you think you deserve to win, why you need to win, who you're going to bring with you. Make it funny, make it interesting, make it compelling, and we're going to pick out a winner. Now, don't go away, because we're going to close out the show today with another one of Roger's great songs recently that he released. That was actually, we broke it here on the show, but like I said, it's a feel-good song. He recently released it in an effort to help get us through all this arguing, all this chaos that seems to be going on all around us. It's called Thinking Positive. We'll leave the voicemail number up on the screen a little bit during the comments, so you guys can in the comments, so you guys can write it down. Call if you'd like to win those tickets to attend. Thank you so much for watching the live stream. I am Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, reminding you, be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah, the world is in a place where we've never been before. Our country has issues much bigger than any Cold War. We gotta face history to remember where we've been. If we try to erase it, we'll just do it all over again. That's why I'm thinking positive for the negativity to end. We must stop judging people just by the color of their skin. United we stand, divided we never will win. That's why I'm thinking positive for the negativity to end.